how's everybody doing this weekend? So, every now and then when I do my reverse draw cut, I always get, actually I get really good compliments on it, but it's like people wonder how I do it. So, like you saw in the beginning, it can be used in different styles where you do a regular strike, go to put the sword away, and then redraw. So that's kind of like the point of it. So I'm going to kind of run through how it's done. Except we're not going to use this sword. This is the one I used in the cutting video. Didn't have much space out there, so that's why it looked a lot clunky. But we're not going to use a live edge. We're going to use a practice one, this one. Now, if you've never done this before, you should use a dull edge. Like this one, I always show all the time. I can run my hand up and down on it, and it's perfectly fine. There's no sharp edges on this. In fact, the tip has been rolled too, so we don't have to worry about that. Okay? So, I will put the names, I will put the name of the style for when you do a reverse cut. I'm not going to try and pronounce it. I'll put it right here so you can see what it's called. And the word in Japanese for reverse, I will put down here. So I'm not slaughtering the name. Okay. So, the reverse draw cut, basically you grab it, and then when you draw, you're flipping this up, like so. Okay? Now sometimes you can grab it like that, or you can grab it like that. Either way, you want to make sure you have a good grip of it. In fact, I recommend doing this outside if you've never done it before. Practice outside. So you can, like I said, fully grip it, or you can cup it, and I'll give you a close-up here what I mean. So you can cup it like that and then take it out, so it's like that. Or you can fully grab it like that and then whip it out. Either way, it'll work, because when you do it, you're using the motion of your arm. Okay? You're not using your wrist. This is where you gotta have a good grip when you do it. So, to combine all this, if you do a traditional strike, let's say draw, cut, and then shibari, so this is where you can start the reverse draw cut. So if you're like this, obviously I'm in a kind of like a guard position. So if you see another attacker coming, you can withdraw it, flip it, and then cut. So it's very useful for us. It's not conventional. It's not like it's taught a lot. Only certain styles, I think, teach this type of reverse draw. Another use for this draw cut would be somebody's trying to grab your sword, so you would take it, pull them away from them, draw it, and then you can step into your cut. That is another form of doing it. So it's actually a really fun cut to do. If you combine it all after your first move, like traditional, cut, and then like I showed, and then do shibari and everything, you get pretty fast at it. Now obviously I'm not going to do fast in here. I'm not quite at the peak of our vaulted ceiling, so I have to be careful I don't stab it, which I've done. Now the shibari that I do, where you hold the sword straight out, keep the knees bent. Okay. Been looking for the name, I can't remember the name. So, it's a spin technique. I always see people do this. They're like, do this. That isn't how you do it. That's not the correct way. So what you're doing is you're using, actually, these two fingers. The pinky, the index, and the thumb don't do nothing. So, you take it, loosen the back left hand, okay, to a loose grip, then pull up towards your left shoulder, then hit the handle. Don't hit the tsuba, that's gonna hurt. Hit the handle. Then take the sword, basically you're gonna be in reverse grip, turn it, pull the sai out, and the blade down, and then straight up. Okay? So that's how it's done. I'll get a close-up of this, how you do it, how you spin the blade. Alright, so basically your hands, it's basically like that. Just the traditional way, straight out. Then you take your two fingers, just you're kind of like hooking it underneath. Left hand is loose, and then you just flick it. And then hit the handle. Don't hit it super hard, you're just kind of like a tap. So there you go. If you're wondering how that shibari actually works, that's how it's done. It's not just flicking your hand, you're literally spinning the blade and then hitting it. Now, shibari really doesn't take the blood off. The only way you can take the blood off is wipe it off. It's the only way you're going to do it. But it's supposed to help you keep focused. That when you do shibari, it means you're ending your move, what you're doing in the Iaido and Bato. So that's why they do shibari. Can it work for some things? Maybe, maybe. But just like flicking it isn't, it's really, blood's real sticky. So you're not gonna get it all off. You're still gonna have to wipe it, no matter what. So, that's how you do a reverse draw cut. Like I said, you can full on grip it, or you can cut. If you cup it, get comfortable with it. And like I said, you just, this arm is just swinging it up. And then you grab at that left hand. Once it's up, like I said, I have the ceiling right here. Once it's right here, this hand's got to be right here. And then you just switch. But again, if you've never done it before, do not use a live edge. Use a practice sword. It's dull. Or use a bokken. Preferably if it has a sheath. Otherwise, you're gonna have to use your hand as a sheath, you know, to represent it, because when you do it, you're pulling that back and you're flipping this up. Okay. So, there you go. Have fun with it. Be safe with it. Like I said, I would practice outside where you have plenty of room. And just take it slow. Like when I learned it, I would just take it, and that's how slow I would move until I got comfortable with it. Now I can do it pretty fast and feel confident that it's not going to go flying out of my hands. Okay. I can't stress that enough. But it is a super fun move to do. Actually, it creates a challenge because the sword, you're doing this and then you have to get into position to cut. You got to think about it because your sword's right here. So you want to go right or do you want to go left? Now some people say it's not practical because it takes too long. Depends on what you're doing. Like I said, if you're combining it like in the beginning of the video, where you do a cut, you do shibari, you're putting it away, and then you do it again real quick for a strike. Because if it's up here, if I'm doing shibari and I'm up here putting this all together, I'm still looking, and somebody's coming, it's very easy to do. Because my hand's already in that position. So, yes, I keep hitting that table. So there you go, guys. I hope you found this video fun, informative, and have a great weekend.